Yes, no matter our circumstances, the truth about Jehovah penetrates whatever beliefs we have had in the past, as long as we have an honest heart. That also applies to those who have committed a crime and now have been sentenced to serve time in prison. Did you know that in many countries around the world, special arrangements are being made to preach inside prison walls? Those involved in prison witnessing meet many individuals that express a thirst for spiritual things.
My name is Glenn Monroe Hamilton. I'm in the Atlanta Federal Penitentiary. I just needed help.
We receive about 1,000 requests each month from both men and women that are incarcerated throughout the United States territory. We check and see what type of access the congregation might have that's visiting that facility. So some congregations are able to deliver the literature, and then some congregations have one of the best arrangements, which is a group Bible study. Luke 4:18 speaks of proclaiming liberty to the captives. One way that we're doing that is through the Prison Witnessing Initiative.
Our prison ministry program appeals to prisoners searching for answers. If they can't have physical freedom, mental freedom. And who's going to give it to them? Where does it come from? It comes from outside the prison system. Now, when you think of 2 million people in our prison system in the United States, there are several countries that have populations of 2 million people. So in effect, entering the prison ministry is entering another country. A country where people need relief, they need understanding, they need spiritual strength and education, they need meaning to their lives. Think of it as a gated community of 2 million residents. That's quite a territory.
I grew up as one of Jehovah's Witnesses. Once I became an adolescent, I never wanted anyone telling me what to do. I decided I didn't want to serve Jehovah anymore. After I left Jehovah, I didn't have any type of direction. I was meeting drug dealers, hustlers, people who was just trying to do anything and everything to get money. I was arrested for conspiracy to sell drugs and sentenced to a long term in the federal penitentiary. I eventually found the Bible. All I did was read the Bible, and read the Bible during that time. I was having a change of thinking in mind because I always knew I had to return to Jehovah. Jehovah was always here, but it was just so hard to return. I started writing a branch, asking for literature to come into the federal penitentiary. The day I met Brother Shabeta, I was actually praying, supplicating, and I was saying, Jehovah, Jehovah, I need to talk to somebody. So now I hear a knock on my door.
And I got this man looking at me, and I'm looking at him. He opens the door, looks at me, he says, "Are you an elder?" Yes. And then I'll never forget what he did next. The door was open, and he reached out and he touched my arm. He says, "What are you, some kind of an angel or something?" I thought maybe he was nuts. An angel? Hey, buddy, I'm so far from an angel. It's laughable. And he laughs. He says, "Do you know what I was just doing?" No. I was on my knees in tears. I was begging God to send somebody here. I was ready to crack.
As members of the prison ministry team, we have 3 basic things we plan. We plan our meetings as they would be in a local Kingdom Hall, and we have the inmates participate in the meetings. We have Bible study and one-on-one shepherding. We also have special events we plan for. We have the baptism of inmates once they progress to that point, water immersion behind the prison walls. We conduct a memorial, passing the emblems just as we would outside in Kingdom Halls and memorial facilities once a year.
Something happens to them that changes them. We teach them and shepherd them. They develop a love for God and a love for others, which at times seems uncharacteristic because they come in as messed up felons and they leave as loving people.
Upon being released from prison, my life is very different. Jehovah's just been blessing me by having a wonderful family. Jehovah's blessed me with a wonderful, beautiful wife. He has also allowed me to reach the goal of becoming a regular pioneer. Jehovah's also allowed me to become a ministerial servant. It's just too many blessings, too many things to count. Without the prison ministry, I probably would have never been able to have to be able to progress spiritually. You know, so the prison ministry helped us to be structured, being taught the same Bible teachings that people who are free have. It's just a loving arrangement that's provided by Jehovah that those men in there love and appreciate. I know I do. I appreciate it dearly.
It's a vast prison population that is truly ripe for the harvest.
But if you're genuine in your heart about wanting to know about Jehovah, He's gonna take care of you. He's gonna watch over you. He's gonna give you what you need, whether you're in prison or you're free. He's gonna take care of you.